Hello and welcome, the anime enthusiast. Today we will delve deep into the story of a girl who reincarnated as a beast tamer. Join us as we cover the whole story of our main character. Before we embark on the journey, please subscribe to my channel and ring the bell icon for latest video. The anime starts where we an ugly, lazy woman named Nima. She is so tired of her daily work routine and has overworked a lot. She comes back home, but just as she opens the door, she slips and falls on the ground. Blood starts spilling from her head and she is not able to move her body. Thinking about her parents, she starts crying, considering that this is her end. Suddenly, her soul leaves her body, but she is depressed as hell, saying that she doesn't want to die in such a way, but wants to live along. Just as she says this, everything around her turns white, and a man looking like Holy Jesus comes in front of her. Turns out that this person is a god. He tells her that once dead cannot become undead, which is pathetic, but he has a task for her. He says that he will reincarnate her and she has to save Asdylan. He will give her killer instincts, but this scared the shit out of her. She tells the god guy that she can only pet fluffy animals and doesn't want any killer bullshit. The god understands the situation and reincarnates her with the ability to tame animals and monsters. So, she is reincarnated into an Osvi family and named as Nefertime, but we are gonna call her Nima. Her big brother is Ralph, and her sister's name is Karna, and a cute dog named Dee. One day, Nima's mother goes to the royal castle to do some work, and she takes Nima with her. Nima, being Nima, starts following a bird, and once she reaches the forest, a bunch of animals gather her, but they run for their lives when a white tiger approaches them. However, it starts licking Nima due to her ability, and the tiger is named Lars. A boy takes Lars and Nima back to the castle, and he turns out to be the prince of the kingdom Gush. After some days, the students gather to fight with one another using their magic spells. Ralph is the first to go, and he easily finishes his opponent. Next up is Karna, who has to face a demon monster, using her magic, but suddenly, a red magic dragon appears. Nima sees her in trouble, so she jumps into the battlefield and tells the dragon to stop, as it will get hurt. The beast is pleased with such behavior, so it gives Nima a stone that she turns into a bear. Everyone is shocked to hear and see this. The king calls the Osvi family, and everyone is trying to take advantage of Nima's power. But Nima's father doesn't like such behavior from others. The grand priest arrives and says that she wants to train Nima under her supervision. But Dalen doesn't agree, as he thinks that Nima will become a puppet of her. Lars wakes Nima from her sleep, and the brute prince tells Gwyn to take Nima to the dragon's stable. He is shocked as Nima is just a child. There they meet Dan, who is the caretaker. Nima goes to see the dragons and wants to ride one, but Dan won't allow it. Suddenly the dragons rush towards her, and the leader dragon lands, and she is able to connect with the dragon using Saul's orb. The next moment, Nima jumps on the dragon, and it takes her to meet the other little dragons. There she plays with them, and returns with Lars and the other dragons. This shocks everyone, and Dan thinks that she is not any ordinary girl. The next day, Dan takes Nima to Les, who takes care of the animals. Les knows everything about Nima, as Dan has already told him. So, they go to the fields where they see horses. And one of them, Uwaz, doesn't care about Nima, but she makes it her friend using her reincarnation abilities. While going to the beast stables, they see some supersonic ostriches, and Nima starts riding one. Afterward, an eagle comes with a message saying that one rare goat has escaped. Les is sad, as Nima has done everything he thought was impossible, and to add salt to the wound, Nima comes back with the rare goat and Lars. After a couple of days, it's Nima's birthday, so she wants to treat everyone kindly. She goes to the market with Karna, and some jerk girl there starts insulting Nima, saying that she doesn't have any power. Her elder sisters protect her, saying that she has powers that you can never have, and she is also accepted by the noble family. Nima and her sister return home to see a surprise. Everyone gathers there to wish a happy birthday to Nima. Seeing such a beautiful act, Nima starts crying. Then she receives tons of gifts, and even the brute prince gives her a bracelet with magic powers. Dan and Les give her a small hawk, so she names it Nox. Nima considers this her best day ever, and the next day, she starts playing with Nox. The next day, the tutor Annalie arrives with her fake smile. As soon as the butler leaves, the sinister personality shows up and hits Nima with a stick. She tells Nima to never show her feelings, as she is a noble. She also mocks Nima, saying that her sister and brother are better than her. Then the torture of Nima starts, and she is tired after all the hectic day, but takes an oath that she will face the tutor herself, as his father might expel her for such rudeness. After a year, Nema's father tells her that they are the protectors of the northern areas of the kingdoms, so Nema should go with them as well. The next moment, they stand in a magic portal that teleports them to the northern mountains. But Nema is frozen to death by the coldness. The mayor tells them that there are some monsters in the forest recently, so they should take care of them. Dayland asks Nema to use Saul's power and destroy the monsters, but after connecting with the giant beast, it turns out that there shouldn't be any monsters in the area, so it is some wrongdoing of people. The next day, the party gets up and makes their way into the forest. There, Nema finds a rabbit and thinks that it is injured, but it isn't tamed by Nema. Thinking that her powers are lost, Nema follows the rabbit. And eventually, the rabbit comes near her and relieves our reincarnated girl that she still has her powers. Suddenly, a trap falls on her, and she is captured. She wakes up to find herself among the goblins. One of the goblins asks Nema to hand over the rabbit so they can eat it, but she rejects it in the cutest way ever imagined by mankind. She thinks that they are fluffy as well, and wants to play with them. Two goblins take her to a cave, where a girl and boy named Nino and Pino are already inside. She is hungry, and asks the goblins to give her some food. With their cute nature, the goblins and Nema become friends in no time. She hears some voices and it turns out to be a hobgoblin who's a giant, but he tells Nema that they don't want to attack anyone and they were forced to move here due to some humans. However, they don't kill children and take care of those who are lost. Nema comes up with a plan to introduce the hobgoblin to her father, but just as they arrive, Nema's father attacks the goblin but she protects him, saying that these are not the enemies. Suddenly a frost giant appears and Nema wants to tame her, but this is the fight of the strongest. Hobgoblin decides to take on the spider and they engage in a killing battle. However, the goblin stands victorious. Turns out that the spider was pregnant and a little spider comes out. But Nema is disheartened and vows that she will bring peace to the world. However, she accidentally tamed the spider as well. The girl then names the hobgoblin Shinki, and now he swears his loyalty to Nema and her family. The next day, Shinki clears the place by ordering the little goblins and also releases the prisoners. Sol arrives, and Nema is excited to see the giant beast. Shinki shows his magical powers to control all the elements like air, water, and earth. Next up, Nema comes up with a plan saying that they should gather all the monsters that are attacked in one place and put a barrier around them, and let the adventurers fight them from time to time to keep both of the species aligned. Daleland likes this idea, but Shinki says that he can't leave the nest for too long and Nema should name a goblin to increase his power so it can protect the nest. Nema goes with Shinki and she names the goblin Suzuko. Nema says that she loves everyone in her family, which makes Shinki a bit sad, as his only family was his elder brother who was killed. But Nema pats his face, calling him a friend. Then, Nema, Shinki, and Daleland go to the caste district near Parizeth to look after some kobolds' problems. They reach the caste district, and Nema sneaks out with Shinki to the Adventurers Guild. There she meets Bella and DeWitt. Turns out that the mayor of the town has been cheating, and has been using nepotism to make up for her family. Nema asks for the situation, but DeWitt doesn't give a F, so she tells him that she is the daughter of the Osfi family, so she apologizes and explains everything. She takes Bella and DeWitt to her father, but he is furious that she went away without his permission. Nema starts crying and thinks that she is guilty when the brute prince arrives with Lars. Everyone shit their pants and bow down. DeWitt explains Daleland about the mayor's situation and he fires him in an instant. At night, Daleland explains all the plans to the knights, prince, and the other people when suddenly, Shinki arrives. Nema's brother Ralph gives her a death stare and she explains that he is just a bodyguard. Shinki explains that the other goblins didn't agree to the plan, so he kicked the crap out of them. Now, Daleland tells everyone to remain loyal to him and keep this plan a secret. The next day, the Brute Prince along with Nema and Ralph go to the city of Vernice. The Brute Prince names the objective as Shiana Project, which means courage and strength. Back at the castle, Karna is furious that he dad let Nema go on such a dangerous mission. But her mother tells her that her uncle Philip will be arriving soon to train her, and she is happy that she can finally become strong. The party arrives at the castle of Vernice City. Ralph and the prince hop out to talk with the commander, who tells them that they should leave as they have a kobold situation. Nema hears all of this with her abilities, and they tell the commander that they are here to resolve the issue. Finally, they meet the mayor, who tells them that they are putting a strong team from the Adventurers Guild to take on the kobolds. Nema is scared that the party is too powerful, and they will wipe out the kobolds, but Ralph comforts her. The party goes outside to the forest where they see a bunch of kids picking on a puppy. Nema scolds them, and the boy says that the dogs are their enemies. Nema tells them that they are like kobolds, but they should not fight with someone who is defenseless. The boy tries to hurt our reincarnated lady, but the knights grab him. She gives them a motivational speech, and the boy goes away saying that he will become strong one day. Nema picks up the dog, and Ralph heals it. But the puppy keeps looking at the forest, and Shinki tells them that it is actually a cub of kobolds. Everyone is shocked that even kobolds have a liking for Nema. Nema sees the teary eyes of the cub, and vows that she will return this cub to her mother. Our story ends here with the Nema's profound enthusiasm to change the world. To find more about Nema's journey as she faces difficulty and challenges on her way to change the world. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Peace.